This is my camera rig for my Sony FX30. Two biggest things about it. It's not that heavy and it's super comfortable to use with a lot of touch points. And secondly, it literally serves the entire shoot day. I was just shooting 10 hours in behind the scenes. This thing was great and served me well. So let's break it down and see what parts go into it and how to build it. Alright, so I have everything reassembled and it's time to put it all together and tell you about each part. First of all, we have camera body. I'm using Sony FX30 and I think the same setup will be okay for FX3 because it's the same body. Otherwise, you might need some different parts. To start off, I have this small rig full cage. It's used for protection of the camera. So basically, if you bump the camera, it's a little cage surrounding. And then you can also mount a lot of the stuff to the camera cage that you would not be able to mount to the camera. So we're just gonna put it in like this. And the cool part on the bottom of the cage, that's a little kind of like screwdriver thing, and you just start screwing the bolts. There's one on the bottom that we're gonna do, and then there's one on each side of the cage. Super easy process if you use the screwdriver, and then you can put it to the bottom of the camera. It's magnetic, so if you put it there, it's just gonna stay there. Then we'll use this rail and we're gonna put it on top. The only problem, it's gonna close this jack, but we have another one right here, so it's not really a big deal. But this thing, we will need to put a top handle on top of it later. So just putting it on top, and the same process, just screwing it in. And the last little part of the cage is this little thing. It goes on the front of the camera, and later it will enable us to hold our HDMI in place. You don't really need it, but it's a nice addition. Just screwing in like this, maybe tighten it a little bit. And now the cage is ready and we can put this right back to the bottom. Alright, the next thing on our list is to attach the lens. I'm using Tamron 17-70, super cool variable lens for APC crop sensor camera. This is as good as it gets. Just gonna open the sensor, open the thing, align the white dot, and just pop the lens. I'm gonna open it. And today is a sunny weather, so I'm gonna put an ND filter on top of it. I'm using regular KNF Concept ND filter. I think this was probably about $60 or $70. If you're looking for the best of the best ND filter on the market, I know that Nissi and Polar Pro collaboration with Peter McKinnon are the best ones. They're gonna be probably about $200 to $250. I'm using this one. Honestly, I didn't have a lot of problems with this. Maybe just a tiny bit of color dysfunction. I'm not really noticing it, so it's your decision. Alright, now let's grab a top handle. It looks like this is a small rig top handle, and just attach it to the top. Because we have this rail we installed previously, that enables us just to screw it on. The thing is, you can attach this top handle both ways, like this or like this. The problem is, if I attach it like this, my main weight of the camera is in the front, so my wrist will constantly battle to keep it straight. So I'm gonna attach it like this because of this reason, but also I wanna mount the monitor right here, so it will give me some distance between me and the monitor. And I'm just screwing it like this. After the top handle, let's grab a side handle right here. On our cage, there's two holes, and we're just gonna align it and just screw it on like this. This is a small rig side handle as well. It was like $20 from Amazon. Super useful, super affordable. Really liking this thing. And now if you want to tighten it a little bit, there's a little trick. On the bottom of your side handle, and pretty much every side handle has it, there's a little Allen wrench. And you can just put it in, tighten it right here a little bit, tighten the top handle, and you're golden. Then you just put it back on. Alright, the next step is to attach our battery. I have a small rig 99 battery. It allows me to shoot pretty much entire day if I'm powering just the camera. So, to attach it, I'm gonna use something like this, which is V-mount quick release plate. V-mount is because it's like letter V right here and it's letter V on the battery, so it goes together like this. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open it 90 degrees like this. I'm gonna open the camera monitor because I'll need it for later. And then I'm just gonna attach it to the bottom of the cage. I'm just sliding it in like this and just fastening it like this. Now flip the camera to the back, grab your V-mount battery and just V-mount it, I guess. And it stays in place, it's not going anywhere. If you want to release it, there's a little button right here. It will let you click and release it, but then you just put it back in and you're fine. The best thing about this quick release plate, if the camera setup is too heavy and you don't really need a battery, all you do is just open it, get it out, and you're handheld again, super light setup. And again, just how quick you can do it is the best part about it.
Gear is extremely important when it comes to video production. But also there's one more thing that can literally make or break your video. And I'm talking about good music. People underestimate the importance of music all the time. But do you really think that Interstellar, for example, would look good like this? I've tried different platforms when it comes to music, and my favorite is gonna be Artlist. It's just the variety of the stuff they have. There's so many different moods like carefree or groovy, but it doesn't stop there. They have sound effects, voiceovers, footage. I mean, they have pretty much everything you need to start creating good videos. I would suggest you check them out, the first link in the description, and also if you click the link and decide to sign up, you're gonna get 2 free months from me if you decide to go with the annual plan.
Alright, now we want to see actually what we're recording and what's going on. So that's why we're gonna use our monitor. I have Shinobi 2. Great monitor, super lightweight, you can't really feel it, but I mean it's super light. It was around $350, can't complain, I really like it. And to attach it to our rig, we're gonna use this little small rig kinda attachment thing. Just screwing it on top of the top handle. You can do it either here or kinda like right here. I'm like it like this. Just screw it on. Put it like this, and then you're just gonna screw the monitor on top of it like this. Now we want to make sure that it's stable and it's not going anywhere, so we're gonna go back to our side handle, bring a little Allen wrench, and just tighten all the little spots one more time. Lastly, it's time to connect everything to the power. So we're gonna open our small rig battery. It opens on top like this. I'm gonna use the Blue Condor corner USB-C to USB-C, connect it to the battery, then put it to the side of the camera and connect my camera to the power. And when you connect it to the power, small rig will turn on. It will show you the percentage of your battery, how much you have left. So it has a little display that will show you all the info. Now I'm gonna give some power to my monitor. I have 2 of those batteries that I use. I basically charge them before the shoot. I go over one battery, I go over another battery, probably about an hour of a shoot. And then when I run out of power for both of the monitor batteries, I connect the small rig with another USB-C cable to the monitor, and monitor has a USB-C on the back, and that gives me enough power for the end of the shoot. You can obviously connect it to the battery immediately, but your battery will die a little faster, so if you have an entire shoot day, you can go with the batteries and then USB-C through the small rig battery as well. So I'm just gonna put it like this, click, and then to release the battery, there's a little button, you just press it and release it. And now we just need to connect our monitor to the camera. I'm gonna use HDMI to HDMI Blue Condor as well. I'm connecting it right here, and then I'm opening my HDMI slot and connecting it like this. Now, if you're gonna adjust the monitor and all of this, like the idea is that this HDMI can pop off, so you can just tighten it like this with those little chopsticks, I guess, and now it's not going anywhere. Before I forget, we also have the audio. I'm using this Rode Go microphone. I'm gonna just attach it to the side right here, like this, and then I'm gonna open a little side door, attach it right here. Finally, I'm gonna put this little wind bluff on top of the mic, and there you go, this is your rig. You can open the monitor a little bit. This monitor has touch to focus with the certain models of Sony cameras. Mine is not supported yet. So if I'm using autofocus and I need touch to focus, I'm just gonna touch on the monitor and still control it through the monitor right here. As far as how I hold this setup, I usually grab the side handle and grab it at the bottom. This way I'm the most stable with it. When in your lower angle shot or the higher angle shot, I usually grab it by the top handle and just go all the way to the bottom and all the way to the top. So there you have it. I'm gonna put all the names of the parts I used in the description. I mean, it's not really that heavy of a setup. I'm using it all the time. You can release a battery, as you saw, because of the quick plate, and I shot a lot of projects with it. I used to run with it for the entire day, and it serves me well. So if you found this video useful, make sure to follow for more video content, and I'll see you in the next one.